Hey everyone, it's a podcast. I'm Nintendo, and also known as Ethan.
I'm Winless Effort or Mac, or take your pick, they're both right.
And I'm Bodo. My name is Darnell.
Yay!
And today we're talking Pokemon. That's the main discussion and hopefully the only discussion.
Yeah, so XY, big news.
XY big news.
Although, yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for 3D models, but I'm not excited for new Pokemon.
I like all the new Pokemon.
There's only like 6 of them.
You've only seen 6 so far, come on.
I'm afraid they're all
Hey, I like the design so far.
Yeah, I really like the Legendaries.
Yes.
Really
But you know what, Ethan? Like, with every single other Pokemon game that ever came out that featured new Pokemon, everyone was just like, ew, gross, new Pokemon! And then as soon as, like, a week later, they're like, oh my god, new Pokemon, yay!
basically.
I didn't care. Second gen, I was a little kid, so it came out and I didn't even like keep up with it. And then when Gen 3 came out, I thought the designs were okay, but then, trash Pokemon.
Wait, Gen 3?
No, Gen 3 I thought was fine. Gen 4 I had totally skipped, and then Gen 5 had trash Pokemon.
I thought it was 3, sorry.
No.
Well, yeah, Gen 5 also had Ice Cream Pokemon.
Dude, that's awesome, though. I don't know. I think that gen just had some Pokemon that were cool looking, and then other Pokemon which weren't.
Well, every single one did. To be honest, I'm not particularly fond of Grimer or Muck, but...
Oh, what?
Yeah, I'm really not. They're giant piles of purple sludge. That's so... Had they made those for these recent generations, people would have been like, ew, it's so uncreative. It's just a pile of shit. Literally.
Exactly, that's the whole point. It's a pile of pollution.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like Garbodor and stuff, and they're just kind of like...
Fucking piles of garbage.
Piles of garbage.
Just fucking piles of garbage.
Would you rather have a living pile of garbage or a living pile of molten garbage? Because we already have one of those. Well, no, we've got both now.
Dude, I want...
We have both of them.
I freaking want a Muck. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, but then no one would want to be around you because then you'd smell.
I wouldn't even be able to round it because the thing kills things which are within like 10 miles of it.
Exactly.
Then how are trainers able to catch them?
I have no fucking clue.
Because Pokeballs are like magic. Yeah, they are. They're magic.
I don't know. You read the description. You read the description of Pokemon, then you wonder, but how are they training them? How do they get close enough to do all this stuff?
Bonita's hooves are stronger than diamond, which means if it uses bounce, you instantly have your skull crushed in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is true.
Or the classic Brawl in the Family with the level 100 Gyarados using Hyper Beam on a level 2 Pidgey. Like, back where Hyper Beam was a special.
I love that Hyper Beam, then it like blows up from the lake, blows up from the earth, blows up from the solar system, blows up from the galaxy. Level 1 Pidgey painted.
Level 2 Pidgey, don't find wild level 1s, dude. Gosh.
Sometimes it's just okay to use overkill, sometimes it's just not.
I use overkill if I run into like a single Pokemon when I'm really close to going to the next town. It's like, damn it.
Oh yeah. I wonder if anyone doesn't do that. It'd be kind of pointless.
I hate it when that happens.
But yeah, so Sylveon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what type that could be.
I'm gonna say it's a normal type.
Well, there is kind of like a fabled thing that they're going to be introducing a different type.
Don't do that. There's no need for it.
So people are thinking that it's maybe a light type.
Don't do that. It's already good. I'm thinking it's gonna be a normal type because it's cute. And it's got like bows and stuff, and it's pretty colors. The things that are those are usually...
Vanillish was adorable, and it was ice cream, and it was ice type. But anyway.
But it looked like ice. This looks like normal.
Yeah. A lot of people think there is going to be a light type, but then, there are arguments out there that say, but there's no reason to have a light type in the Japanese version.
There is absolutely no need.
type in Japanese versions. There's like death type, basically. So why would you have light? They're not opposites over there.
Light would be
That's
super
crazy.
effective against like dark and ghost. What would be super effective against it?
Dark, ghost, no, not ghost. A lot. There are people. I've seen theories that say there's going to be a light type and it's going to complete a trio with dragon and steel. Like there's the dark fighting psychic trio, and then there's the stars trio.
It's pointless because light is just the exact same of psychic. The reason why psychic is weak to what it's weak against this is because it's supposed to be like what people are afraid of. Bugs, ghosts, and
Wait, what?
dark.
What Pokemon?
Psychic types.
Pokemon. They would pretty much be the equivalent of a light Pokemon. We don't need a light Pokemon. It's a fucking leveled up normal type, which would make sense.
How would they be the equivalent? I'm confused.
What?
How would they be the equivalent, though?
Well,
I don't see it.
They would have the same weaknesses, except, bug, which would be kind of stupid, and they would have the same strength, except fighting. So, I don't know. And honestly, it would make sense if it's a normal type, because it would give Eevee a stat boost.
Okay.
When it evolved, which is kind of the only problem and the only reason I kind of think of not having a level 100 Eevee when I do a playthrough. It's like the only thing.
Why would you need? Why in the world would you ever need a level 100 Eevee? It's like having a level 100 Magikarp.
Not like a level 100 Eevee, just use Eevee on my team.
Well, they do eventually evolve by themselves if you have, like, in certain games. I know that the Leaf Green and Fire Red don't have a time system, so you have to move them over to a different game, like Ruby or Sapphire, evolve them there and then trade them back. But
yeah,
if you get up enough friendship, they're still going to evolve either into an Espeon or an Umbreon.
I used it once in one of my playthroughs in Fire Red and Leaf Green. It has okay stats, and honestly, it can learn okay moves, so I kind of just did that, and it worked. So, yeah.
I've seen a few GIFs floating around of the Sylveon in action in the actual gameplay, and some of the moves it's using look really familiar, like Swift or Trump Card. So that would support being a normal type evolution after Eevee, because Eevee learns Trump Card, not Swift. Good attack.
Yeah, true.
I wonder how you would evolve Eevee, though, for this thing.
Just a simple level up. So you get it to level, I don't know, 25 or 30.
I think you're going to accidentally max out its happiness before then. That's, like, completely unavoidable. What about, like, the beauty stat or whatever, which is apparently a thing?
Yeah, only one
that
Pokemon has
used
done
to be
that.
the thing with that used to be for, like, Milotics.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only way you could evolve Phoebus.
Fuck that. That's the reason why I got rid of my Phoebus.
Oh, but Milotic is good.
I caught it and I realized, dude, I fucked up and I don't know how to do this right. Then I let it go.
You caught a wild Phoebus and then you let it go.
No. Well,
you know how rare those are.
Dude, I know exactly where to catch it, and I caught like 2 of them. Well, the other one rot in my PC.
2 whole Phoebus, yay!
I let it rot in my PC, and it just sat there until I restarted my game.
Hey, you should have used the Milotic, though. It has really good defense.
I don't know how to fucking do it. How do you max out the beauty stat?
You gotta feed him Pokeblocks.
I fucking did that, and it didn't work.
You gotta get high enough level Pokeblocks that are dry.
Yeah, you didn't feed him the right Pokeblocks, gosh.
Oh yeah, because I fucking care about Pokeblocks, because I care about, like that stupid... Oh, dude, contests are lame.
I kind of like the contests.
I liked the contests.
I didn't touch them.
That's just because Emerald was my first Pokemon game.
Yeah.
It's just for nostalgia's sake.
My first one was 2nd gen, but then I went back and I played 1st gen like shortly after. I never owned 1st gen, but I played 1st gen. Actually, I think my very first Pokemon game had to be, I think it had to be Stadium. That would make sense.
My first Pokemon game was, I think it was Yellow. think my sister and we shared yellow for a while.
Mm-hmm.
First one I ever played was my brother's Crystal version. And
Oh,
I
yes, the crystal version.
Fucking second is the best.
may have accidentally saved over his save file,
I owned all 3, and I played the shit out of it.
so he forbade me from it forever.
Second gen.
I wish they would have remade Crystal. Crystal was really, really
Oh,
fun.
hell yeah. Well, there was no need to remake Crystal. I mean, sure, you would have had all the Pokemon in an area. Well, you'd have all the Pokemon that were separated, but that's about it.
No, there's still Pokemon in Crystal that you couldn't get in other games, or in other games you can't get them in Crystal, so
Actually,
you still had to trade.
I think there's a Pokemon that you can't get in Crystal, which you can get in Silver and Gold.
That would be Mareep.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, which always frustrates me whenever I play Crystal, because I keep thinking I'm playing Silver, which is the one that I played the most of. They're just like, dude, I ain't an electric type.
And Ampharos is the best.
I don't want to wait to get fucking Pichu. Oh, Pikachu. No, you can get a Pichu. Pichu, you have to get it randomly, though. I don't want to have to wait to go get a Pikachu all the way in the next region.
Man, you could just play 3rd gen and get an electric.
Yeah.
Or you could just play 3rd gen and get a water type.
Or you could just play 3rd gen and go to a place that's like half oceans. Of course you're going to find lots of water types.
Of course you get a water type.
It's the only region that we know is an island on its own for crowd.
Oh, I found this picture, and it uses the United States as a region, and it looks like it would totally work.
What does?
It's a picture of the United States as if it was a region. Actually, I think it's North America if it was a region.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
It's fucking awesome, and it looks like it would work.
You know, there is one part of that absolutely terrifies me. Of that map, that fan map there I've seen.
What?
The trek between the Spokane area and I think it's Juneau, Alaska. It's freaking huge.
You mean between Seattle and Juneau?
No, it wasn't Seattle. It was. I'm pretty sure it was the Spokane area.
No, Spokane connects to Seattle. I have it pulled up right now.
Oh, then, well, whatever goes north out of Washington, up into Alaska.
You have Seattle, then you have whatever that Canadian city is.
Vancouver.
That, yeah.
And then it goes up to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that just like one giant stretch with no cities?
What?
Between the Vancouver area and Alaska.
I think there's a town.
There's one?
No. It's Vancouver and then one long stretch.
See, that kind of thing looks like fun. It would be something that actually challenges your skills as a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, you go a little ways in and then you go back to the town. You go a little ways in, you go back to the town.
Actually, wait. No, that's not Juneau, Alaska. Never mind. No, there's a small spot in Canada, and then Juneau, Alaska is a bit further up.
Still.
Yeah.
That's something I'd like to see in a Pokemon game. It's like one giant, massive route. It doesn't give you many opportunities to like spam using Pokécenters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's talk starters.
Okay.
Firestarter.
Fennekin.
It's a fox.
Yeah, it is. It's not going to be firefighting.
What if it does?
Then a lot of Pokemon fans may end up boycotting the generation. Seriously, people are going to get really pissed if it's firefighting again. Which is sad to me, but
it doesn't really bother me if they're firefighting. I just want to see what kind of Pokemon they have in store besides just the starters and the legendaries.
What the fuck is it going to evolve into? It's a fox. It looks like it's going to become a Vulpix and then a Ninetales.
So Fennekin's the baby Vulpix Pokemon. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I love fan art of what things might evolve into because the grass type looks badass and so does the water type.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just fan stuff. I mean, they could look completely different.
Mm-hmm. Fan stuff's so badass looking.
Well, of course, that's just because the fans know exactly what they want to see.
Yeah, pretty much.
Doesn't mean that's what you're gonna get.
By any means. now.
It's a box.